Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be making something for breakfast for the second time. Last time it was Aunt May's wheat cakes, and today we're making Marvel's Mindful Ones breakfast burrito from the 2020 Strange Academy comic book run in which Doctor Strange opens a school for young magic users. The series gets creative with its end pages, with each issue having a different fun thing, such as a permission slip, school application form, or, in our case today, some recipes. Issue 3 ends with the Strange Academy cookbook, which includes 3 recipes: Mindful Ones beignets, gumbo, and breakfast burrito. We've done Gambit's gumbo on this channel already, so I'll be skipping that and focusing on the burrito. We might do beignets in the future, as soon as I figure out what this measurement is. The main problem we face with this recipe is that we simply do not have access to some of the ingredients listed here. I mean, look, I don't know what fancy grocery you're all shopping at, but mine does not carry any dragon eggs, so we'll instead be using 5 chicken eggs. I'm also not sure where to get fermented Asgardian goat curds, maybe somewhere in Norway. We could use cheddar instead, but I do have access to Midgardian goat cheese, which is the closest we'll probably get. Also, I missed out on the one on sale. My grocer also does not stock Yeti meat links, and since I didn't want to pester the butcher, we're going to settle for breakfast sausages. I also don't have access to a Skrull fire pepper because I think the whole point of Skrulls is that they are supposed to be difficult to find, so we're going to be using jalapeno instead. Troll black beans are also practically impossible to find where I live, so normal canned black beans it is. I also have no idea where to get... oh wait, I do have access to frozen earth-based tater tots, so that's nice. The recipe also calls for Dark Dimension tongue oil, which sounds like something I could get at Whole Foods or something, but we're gonna use our old reliable Cholula hot sauce. And finally, the recipe recommends 5 flour tortillas, which is fine if you like smaller burritos and aren't that hungry, but I'm feeling greedy today, so I'm also going to make a big one. To get started, the recipe calls for preheating an oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I may not have magical abilities, but I do own an air fryer, and I'm going to use that instead to heat up my frozen tater tots according to the instructions on the bag. Next, we're going to open our can of black beans and rinse them in a sieve or colander and leave them to drip excess water. After that, we're going to dice our jalapeno. I'm wearing a glove because I have eczema and pretty sensitive skin, so the chili burn kinda hurts me extra, you know? If you're stronger than me, you don't have to wear one if you don't want to. Either way, I am removing the stem and seeds, but if you don't want extra heat, feel free to keep them as you see fit. Next, we're removing the sausage meat from their casings. The recipe calls for 2½ sausages, which is, in my opinion, not really that much at all, so we're rounding up to 3 and adding an extra one for good measure. Then we're going to crack open all 5 of our eggs, not having to worry about any dragons possibly spawning. Now let's cook. Get your skillet or shallow cauldron going on medium heat with a tablespoon of olive oil. Brown the sausage meat together with the diced jalapenos until the meat is cooked through and as dark as you prefer. Once done, transfer the contents out. In the same pan, we're going to scramble our 5 eggs until they begin to fluff up. We're then going to fold in ½ cup of our cheese, be it goat or cheddar, followed by our black beans. Mix until the cheese is melted and the eggs are fully cooked. Kill the heat and remove from the stove. And yes, it looks like slop at the moment, but keep in mind, everything will be nicely wrapped. And now it's time to assemble. Heat your tortillas up in the oven for about a minute or so before filling it up with all the ingredients and wrapping it. Season it with some hot sauce or Dark Dimension tongue oils of your choice, and you're done. A perfectly serviceable breakfast burrito in my opinion. Now, did it make me more mindful or somehow open up my third eye? No, but it did make me less hungry, which is pretty much the same thing.